been another month, 3 months. I'm 3 months in, woo! So, hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Another TSW update, and I have hit 3 months. It feels like it's been forever. I've just not really been in the mood to be in front of the camera, and I've spent a lot of January laying in bed feeling really sorry for myself. So if I start back at the beginning of January, like I said, I tried to go to work and it just failed. My mind was not mentally ready to face people after Christmas. My skin was at its worst, and going back to work, it just stressed me out. I filmed my video, my 2-month update, on the 6th of January, and I put makeup on. And a lot of people were telling me, stop wearing makeup. It's your makeup that's causing your skin not to heal. And in a way, they are right, but I'll explain that later on. So that Saturday, I filmed the video, makeup, and I took it off, and my skin was just acting up. I just thought, oh my God, it's just gonna keep doing this. So I think I went back to work that Monday and I didn't wear makeup. So it would be the 8th of January now. It was the first day I went in with no makeup. All I did was put on my brows, and I have never felt so uncomfortable in all my life, because I just thought everyone's gonna look at me. And if you didn't know, I work in a college, so it's not a case of just working with my managers and colleagues. There's kids everywhere. I say kids, they're teenagers, and they've obviously seen me since I started working there. Every day I wear makeup. Are they gonna notice that my skin isn't how it used to be, you know? That my face was like bruised. It looked like I had been punched in the face. Like around my eyes were bruised, both eyes, around my the perimeter of my face, like around here, my neck and my jawline is purple. Even my neck now, it looks quite purple compared to my makeup. My manager was really nice. She said it doesn't look as bad as I thought it would, and to be fair, compared to Christmas, it wasn't as bad. But even sitting there at my desk, my skin felt like it was tight, it was irritated, and a lot of weeping was happening. So I would wash my face in the morning, and by the time I get to work, I can feel like the weeping, like dried weep or dried ooze on my face. A lot of that week, again, I kept getting sent home. It was either I told my manager I'm not coming in, or I'd get there and get sent home, or I'd get there and leave early. It was just a lot of time taken out of work. And my manager and me kind of agreed that for as long as it takes, I can come into work whenever I want. Meaning, I can take as long as I want in the morning to sort myself out, because what I find is that I would wash my face in the morning and rush to get ready, and it would cause me to itch more and weep more because I'm trying to scrub so fast to get all the dead skin off. So she said, just take your time and come in when you're ready. And that helped, because then I was more comfortable at work, therefore I could focus more. I spent a lot of time in bed. I really just wanted to hide from the world and not be bothered by anyone, not bother anyone. I needed that time to just rest, because I wasn't sleeping at night. I was sleeping very broken and very bad, and having like itch attacks in the middle of the night, and then having to get up out of my bed to sweep away the dead skin because it's in my bed, like stuff like that. It was just so irritating. And on top of that, somehow in the first 2 months of withdrawal, I had lost about 3 kilos. My normal weight is roughly 68 kilos. And one day I measured myself and I was 65 something. Now, it might not seem like a lot to some people, but I remember last year when I went on holiday, I lost 1 kilo a month on purpose because I was trying to slim down for my holiday, and I managed to lose 5 kilos. So I went on holiday at 63 kilos. What that took was 3 days a week at the gym and watching what I ate. And now I suddenly lost 3 kilos in 2 months from not doing anything. It's kind of scared me, because normally I'd have to put in so much effort to lose 1 kilo, and now it was just shedding off. And now in month 3, I weighed myself not too long ago, and I'm back to 60 something. So for the first 2 months of TSW, I have not touched the gym, simply because I don't want anyone to see my face. Number 2, I don't want to sweat because that makes me itch. And number 3, I just don't have the motivation to go. And now, this month, I have gone back to the gym and I'm very proud of myself. Really short sessions, like 20 minutes, half an hour. But I think just being active has raised my mood a lot and I think I'm ready for gym again. There was a day in the last month where I had a school trip. We took the students on like a science talk thing, and as bad as it sounds, I fell asleep through half of it. Not because it was boring, because I do love science and I love these talks, but I was so exhausted and I just sat down and I could not, this was after lunchtime, I could not for the life of me keep my eyes open. It just was not happening and I fell fast asleep through like 1.5 talks, which is about an hour and a half, completely conked out. And as I was sitting there listening to the talks, I just casually touched my face and I realised, oh crap, I'm peeling. So I was sitting there just picking at it. I know it's disgusting, but there's just flakes everywhere. I was wearing black trousers and I could see the flakes on my legs and I just had to keep dusting it off. Lunch happened and then I fell asleep. This was literally my life. Obsessing about my skin, eating and then falling asleep. In the 3rd month, I've experienced what I can only describe as plastic skin. This was happening for about a week. I'd wake up with extremely dry skin. The only thing that solves that is my Dead Sea salt baths. So I've had a really crappy month. So what happened was my boiler broke and I could not have a bath and it killed me. I've had to go to a friend's house to soak this one time and I can't thank her enough. Thank you, Margina, because that day my face felt like, it was so tight. I couldn't go anywhere, so I went to her house. I also needed to pick up a parcel from like a click and collect store. She had to go get it for me because I was too embarrassed to go in the shop looking how I did. So I went to her house and I literally had like a half an hour bath at her house and I just felt so much more relieved after I came out. Another thing I've noticed while I'm going through this withdrawal is that my skin smells, and not my good skin, but like the skin that is affected really smells differently. It smells like metal. It's like I can smell the poison. Does that make sense? I can smell it. The funny thing is, after I had the plastic skin, let me tell you, I had this one day of, oh my god, beautiful baby soft skin. I do not know what happened. After all the plastic, I had plastic skin for like a week. It was a Monday, I went to work and my manager looked at me. She just went, what's up with your skin? And I immediately went, shush, don't say anything. Don't jinx it, because I know I'm going to be like, this is amazing. Look, everyone, look at my skin and something bad's going to happen. It wasn't red. The only redness I had was right here. My cheeks were so soft and there was no dryness. It was like a baby's butt. It was like a baby's butt. I got home in the evening. My mum was in the bathroom and I walked past the bathroom and she looked at me. She's like, are you wearing makeup today? And I went, no, why? She goes, your skin looks really good. And I couldn't help but feel like, yes, yeah, this skin looks beautiful. And then the next day it was red again. It was red and dry and flaky again. So I had one day of amazeballs skin. And you know what? Little days like that are just, they're so uplifting because you can have a month of shit. Excuse my French. You can have a month of shit and have that one day of clarity and it just uplifts you so much. On that school trip that I went on, I had a coconut rice milk latte. That drink from Pret was so good. I had 2 that day. 1 in the morning before the trip and 1 at lunchtime. I was on the hunt for this coconut rice milk and I found it. This is my new favourite drink. And the funny thing is, the week while I was drinking this, I was having the plastic skin. I had 1 carton of this drink every day for a week. And then all of a sudden, the Monday following, I had perfect skin. So obviously, I'm going to attribute my perfect skin to this. And you know what? It probably wasn't this, but I am hooked on this drink now. I have it. If I can, I have 1 carton of these a day. I keep some at work, I keep some at home, I take some to my boyfriend's house. Like, I just drink it because number 1, it tastes good. And why not? So a lot of people will be thinking, well, you've been wearing no makeup and that should be helping your skin. Why do you put on makeup in your videos? And it's just like, do you know what? When I look back at these videos, I don't want to look back and see my face full of blotches and pain. I can look through the video for that. But when I'm talking to you guys, I want to present myself in the way that I feel most comfortable and what represents me. I am not my skin, and I think I've come to know what my face can handle. Obviously, for work, I don't wear makeup, so literally 7 days out of the week I don't wear makeup unless I'm going out. The last time I wore makeup was to take my mum out for her birthday. We went to see OVO, the Cirque du Soleil. I wore makeup then, took it off, and I felt fine. There was a lot of deliberation whether I was going to wear it, because there's that stigma that makeup is going to make you worse. But I found out it's not. I also thought it was alcohol that was making my skin flare up. I had a margarita that day and I was fine the next. So I think I have to stop blaming foods or trying to find a cause and effect when it comes to my skin, because what happens is you become very obsessed with what you put in your body that you become so scared to eat something or put something on your face. And as a whole, that makes you very miserable on top of the skin that you have. So that day when I took my mum out, I did put makeup on, I did eat seafood, and I had some alcohol, and I had a great time. And that's what I remember from that day. Not that I sat there hiding my face, having food that I didn't really want, and having a soft drink that I still didn't really want, you know? Like, I have to make the memories, and if I break out, I'll deal with it later, because the only thing that is gonna cure me is time. And I also went to a TSW meetup, and I got to meet some other London sufferers like myself, and that was great. And I went to a vegan restaurant, and I'm sorry, but that vegan chicken tasted amazing. Mildred's in King's Cross, food is great. I think I've covered everything. The last note that I wanted to say is that I was sent a post, an Instagram post of a beautiful girl. It was a before and after pic. In the before pic, she was covered from like here to her chest in this bright red rash, very blotchy. Her eyes were swollen. She looked like she was covered in like a greasy lotion to help with the dryness. And in the after picture, she's clear, completely beautiful skin. Now the caption in that picture said something like, the last day of Veganuary, you know, when you go vegan for a month, last day of dry January, and she cut out sugar, caffeine, and everything. So that was the first paragraph directly under the picture. I was intrigued, so I read the rest of the post. There was a massive paragraph underneath. She said that she'd been suffering from eczema for a while. She said she had 3 months of not sleeping very well, itching, weeping, dry, flaky skin, and from the picture, very red. So immediately, I think, and most people will agree with me, it looked very much like TSW. And the whole months of not sleeping, you know, and itching, the itching and the burning skin, she gave like a classic description of what I believe TSW to be. Further down the paragraph, it says she went to a dermatologist who started her on a pack of oral steroids and then also gave her some topical steroids to use. She's finished the pack of prednisolone, I believe, or prednisone, and now she's just sparingly using the steroid cream and an emollient to keep the eczema away. The problem with the post was everyone was tagging their friends. Everyone just tagging. There are like 600 comments on that post. And then it just says, see, all you have to do is give up meat. All you have to do is give up alcohol. Go vegan. Or see, just do this diet and you'll be cured. And I just wanted to like smash my phone, because it's evidently not the diet that she's done for a month that got that before and after picture. Clearly in that post, she said that she's back on the steroids, and oral steroids at that. Oral steroids are a full system, head to toe, internal drug. She became clear so quickly because of the oral steroids. And I just think people see and hear what they want to see and hear. If someone wants to push like the vegan diet, it seemed like they were using that post to justify what they believed. But I don't think they read the whole post about the rest of it. I'm not saying the vegan diet or cutting out alcohol, cutting out dairy, cutting out caffeine is a bad idea. Do it. It may help. She was saying in the comments, like, message me if you want tips and tricks of how I kept it away. And I'm like, you can't make that claim if you're still using the steroid creams. You cannot say you're cured of something if you are still using medicine to keep it away. That's not curing it. that is maintenance. Like, you can cure a broken bone. You put it in a cast and it heals, and you take the cast off and then your bone is fixed. But if you have to keep wearing that cast, your bone isn't fixed. That is the problem. And basically what I want, a month from now, a year from now, maybe 2 years from now, I want to post that same picture that she did. I want to show the before and after, but I want to proudly say that I did it with no medication, because I want to prove that point that my eczema got so bad because it was dependent on the steroids. And I know this because I've lived with it for so long, 28 years of me applying these creams, and not once has it ever cured me. It's never cured me. And if it did cure me, it would cure me for 2-3 days at most. But I would always have to keep coming back to that cream. Yeah. So thank you so much for watching, and I'm going to catch you in the 4-month update. A third of a year. But that'll be beginning of March, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Yes. Monday the 29th. Monday the 29th, Zainab had good skin. Put it in your diaries, people.